lined up right now. The initial control point fights are going down. Raven's Revenge has got one, Sunshine Soldiers have gotten one, and the Funky Fighters as well, but not before getting contested. Here's all the second wave.
And Blood going in, going to start swinging the sword. Can he chop them up? Danyan instead says, not today, friends. You have all been eliminated. He's going to shut down one there. Well, Bensor going to be shut down. And you got the Llama Record Company like, hey, what's going on up here? Nope, Danyan is prepared. She saw you coming. She heard the DJ scratches. Back to the island you go.
And remember, it does accumulate no matter who is on the point, and also it stacks. So all four players are able to grab and stay inside the point. So you'll see at sometimes 12 points at a time going through for a team if all four members of their squad are on the point.
That's right, Ninja racking up eliminations and will be picked up there, the team's VIP being eliminated. So this is going to drastically change the way you approach these things, right? For example, if you decide to go in and assault another team, especially if you can get that surprise angle and you eliminate all of them, you by yourself can actually lock down that point for any amount of time and start racking up points. So you can look to contest, you can look to leave a team behind, you can break up into groups. There's so many different things, so many different variables to keep in mind as we move through this.
Already some innovation here from the Llama Record Company and a couple of other teams. They're hiding a couple people inside of cones so that they will continue to contest. But I think in this mode it might be more viable to just stay and all fight at the same time. Nobody hiding at all. And we'll see too. It kind of lends a little bit more credence to the strategy that people were employing in the first set of games when they first played the Sky Station Showdown. They would have somebody go off and try to clear a point or at least take out their sword bearer. Yeah. But if they do that this time and they manage to clear out a point, they're now going to be accruing on both sides.
Yeah, and that's going to make a massive difference, right? Like, let's take a look at Raven's Revenge. They are sitting on 564 points, double of Little Whip Warriors, but they're still racking up the points right now. Ninja going to go ahead and slap Chappie back to the island. Gotaga here wants a cut of the action. It's not enough, but look, Magma also jumps into the fray. Ninja needs to get out of there, or he's going to be eliminated. Use the walls. I like this, but you do not have the HP to try and make this work. A 25. He drops Magma down based on that little jump, and look at this. Magma's like, no, friend.
You get him. Kaz comes in the back. Oh. But at the same time, another player comes through and Ninja goes down. And Raven's Revenge are holding on all the corners. I don't see them controlling any one single point. Here's the Cuddle Crew now in second place. They're in a battle with the Funky Fighters. This is important for everybody. The Fish Fam joining the fray as well. I think the Fish Fam may have overrun. Their School of Fish are taking out the Funky Fighters at last, but no, Suzu gets taken out too. The Cuddle Crew is going to abandon the point and maybe come right back. Suzu finally does control.
A brief moment, but not too long later, Tomoya says, hello, I would like the red point, please. And now we've got the Fish Fam over here. Suzu is by himself. He's got a bunch of eliminations. The ball of the Cuddle Crew is coming up. They're trying to wreck him. He picks off Sandy, but unfortunately he does fall as well.
That was terrifying. They all came over the ramp at the same time. If you're just joining us here, don't forget we did increase the score limit up to 3,000. So if you're wondering, the Raven Revenge, they still got a ways to go, even though they are in the lead as it stands. I'm also keeping my eye out on the Llama Record Company. They're down at 300-ish points. They're going to claim 300 right now. And what they do, they always wait until the last moment, until that D point, the last point that opens up in the center, and they make a concerted push. I think that may be very, very strong, because in the first couple of games, as the Fish Fam, or as the Little Whip Warriors try to make a push here, they're going to get shut down. The first couple of games, they just controlled, and every single person was on that D point at the same time. They built their entire base out at the perfect moment. They were waiting for the time to pounce on that last point. Still 2 minutes until that starts to spawn.
Oh, he's going to launch the Little Whip Warrior. He is, in fact, going to shut down Taco. Look at this across the way. Magma gets picked off, and the Little Whip Warriors are back on the green point. Dude, I'm very curious to see what happens when that middle point opens up, because don't forget, it's 12 points per player of your squad on that point if you're uncontested. So you could very well see an entire squad say, the moment that's ready, jump down. We're just going to try and get a massive influx of like 48 points.
Could happen every single second down there. It's going to net you that, so has to put to an end immediately. it seems that this point right here keeps getting under contention by like multiple teams. The Fish Fam, Funky Fighters, and of course the Color Crew who get cleaned out. So they're not earning anything really from all fighting at the same time. One team ends up coming out on top, but then it all happens again. So maybe some timing issues here in terms of synchronizing the push on this point specifically.
Yeah, I mean, this gets way more hectic when anyone can score points, right? And the Fish Fam have been doing a great job sticking together, going in as pairs, duos, if you will, and trying to shut everyone down, but that's only going to get you so far.
It kind of breaks down, too, when everybody can score, because there's so much that more important. If you're by yourself to stay on the point, in the previous iterations, if you're by yourself, you get off the point, because you can't even score.
But now you have to stick around. Look at the slaps coming out. Lachlan does take out Scissors, but does fall as well. Now Clytex is just trying to get back into the fray, get himself those height with the impulses. And now don't forget, they have a limited number of builds. It's about 100, I believe. But right now, man, you just need to be turning your attention left and right, trying to eliminate as many players as you possibly can. This remix is shaking the very foundation of this mode. And Clytex goes in, he's going to start trying to take him down. Did not go his way, though.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Finally, the Fish Fam control this point that the Cutter Crew and Funky Fighters were fighting for so hard. And they control it with all 4 players, so you can see their score rising significantly every second there. At the same time, the Llama Record Company with an evenly timed push as well, but Rubius comes in. Chicken Champions take out 1, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think the Llama Record Company, no, they don't hold. Or do they?
Or do they? That is the question. It looks like, unfortunately, the answer is no, as the Chicken Champions are rolling in on the Sunshine Soldiers. Attacks are going off left and right, but Danyan is just it's just not falling. Just keeps eliminating left and right, getting a little bit of that siphon.
The timing of that push from that took out the Llama Record Company might have actually worked out in their favor, because they're all going to respawn together. 5 seconds for this D point to spawn. You can already see they're hunting. Hand of Blood, Rubius, Carnifex, they're all going for it because they know the importance. If they can all stand in there at the same time, all the impulses come through before anybody can even build a base, build some protection against them. It's pure chaos down here on the D point.
And look, if you're another team on the outside looking in, as all these players are just jumping in toward that center point, you do what Gotaga is doing. Let them all fight it out. Let's just sit on the point. No one seems to be paying attention to the fact that we're about halfway through what we need to win. Let them all fight it out. Don't make any sudden moves, right? Don't be the distraction to have someone go, oh wait, there is a point up there. We need to go get those guys.
I love what they did just there. They forced the 1 player there, but hold on, the Funky Fighters are all in. They have a base. There's no impulse. They are climbing the leaderboard hard. They're at 3rd right now. They're going to overtake 2nd. If this does not get shut down soon, the Ravens' revenge may have trouble looming.
And look at this, Llama Record Company, Hand of Blood is trying his hand and slaying these players, but it does not go his way as Tomoya comes in. No Llama Record Company, they stay strong. They're still racking up the points. Scissor says, no, friends. This is not allowed. You cannot continue to do this. Clytex also wants in on this as well. And Scissors meets an untimely end.
Meanwhile, the Ravens' revenge have not stopped climbing points. If they have 4 members up here, it's about even to 1 player on that D point. So just continuing to stay there. Finally, the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, and crew are going to clean that up and put an end to it just before they hit 2,000. But on the other side, Chicken Champions are looming. They have 4 players on a single point, not the mega point in the center. See what's going on with them. They're all lurking. I don't think anybody really is too worried about them, but you know, with all 4 players here, it could all of a sudden become a nuisance.
Back down on that center point. You've got Hand of Blood trying his hand again. Did not go his way. Kotu is here, though, for the Funky Fighters. He was able to rack up a small amount of points, but still, every little point you can gather is going to make a difference going in the end. And look, Gotaga and Raven's Revenge are back on the point, but so are the Funky Fighters. There was 3 for just a moment. Chaos is down, just breaking out down on the center point right now, Bala.
What is this? Literally every single sword bearer and almost every single player here from the Llama Record Company is using those tactical shotguns and getting in. But again, the Ravens' Revenge are on point with 4 players, just shooting down, throwing impulses where they can, and just making sure they're accruing all those points. Meanwhile, the D point Nobody has gotten anywhere since the Funky Fighters were left there for so long. It all depends how this all unfolds. Hold on, they're trying to get a base. I think they might finally break through. No, they lose and trade off evenly every single time.
4 minutes left on that timer in Bala. These guys have been uncontested. It's just now that the Little Whip Warriors want to try and make the push. But look at Gotaga. He's literally just slicing through all these ice cream cones. I was going to try and say hot knife through butter, but this is ice cream. It doesn't quite work that way.
It's crazy how nobody except the Little Whip Warriors are trying to contest the Ravens' revenge right now. They are sitting on the point by themselves with 4, but again, the Funky Fighters in the center with 4 players. They are not even making any noise. They're not showing that there's anybody there. They are rising so fast. Finally, Turtle comes in. He spots them out, but that's not going to be enough. They shut him down immediately. They're still on the point.
They need to just box this up. They need to bunker down. Look at this. They just overtook the first spot. Someone needs to do something about this.
Guys,
they're taking up
this
again.
could be the
have
end.
to go in the
This
center.
could be the end. They get it.
Oh, my God.
Funky Fighters again take the win here on Sky Station Showdown, the first match of the Golden Games. And that is a huge victory leading into the rest of these.
Just unbelievable. For so long, Gotaga and Ravens Revenge sat on the green point completely uncontested. And then for a moment, everyone forgets about the center point, and that's enough for all 4 members of the Funky Fighters to sit on the point and just rise above everyone else. And by the time everyone could kind of figure out what was going on, it was too late. They stole away the first golden game.
Ridiculous that nobody was able to spot that out. It seemed like Turtle was going to say, okay, guys, they're all on the point. Everybody start doing everything you can to stop them, because he saw all 4 members. They went from less than 1,000 once the D point was out to all the way up to win. And it was 400 points between them and the Ravens Revenge at the end there. Right. But you do have to also think about who else came very close in second. Ravens Revenge, who's in third. We'll be able to find out in a bit with the standings, but just an unbelievable performance there from the Funky Fighters to realize exactly what must be done. That was the second time they completely boxed up that entire D point.
Yeah, and just completely uncontested. But that's it for the first of 3 golden games. And for the Funky Fighters, they secure that win. But for now, let's send it back over to Pookie. She's standing by with the winners. Pookie, down to you.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I am down here with the Funky Fighters. Another victory. I feel like I've been talking to you guys all day, but how did you find that remix game? Because those rules were a little bit different than what you were used to. So what was your strategy going into that one, Huzi?
I mean, everything was so unexpected. We were last and we came first because we got the middle. The point system, because every player gets points, so we win. It was so exciting.
So exciting indeed. Now, Ravens Revenge was in first place for most of that match. You guys knew that you had to come up from behind, which you absolutely did. But I kind of just want to talk a little bit about how there are 3 teams tied right now for first place, and the winners of this set will be taking home that additional $1 million of prizing. So I don't want to put too much pressure on you guys, but what is your strategy going into the next game? Are you going to stay the same? Are you going to change things up? Are you going to go for the middle again?
Probably. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and as long as this works, we're just gonna keep it up.
For sure. Sounds like a great strategy. Finally over here to you. When you heard that there was a remix kind of blind side come in, what was your first reaction to hearing that?
Yellow, go to yellow circle and win.
Just win. I love it. It's so easy. It's such a great concept. You know, we talk about it all day, all of these things we break down, but at the end of the day, you just got to win. Back to you guys at the desk.
Pookie with the most insightful knowledge you'll ever need in your entire life. It doesn't matter if you can just win.
Just win.
I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong.
You're winning.
I'm trying.
We're
doing
all
the
winning
best
here at the World Cup.
We all are, in fact. But so are these players that have taken the stage. Now, don't forget, those llamas are going to be playing a big factor in how the final $1 million prize pool is divvied out. And Pookie touched on it perfectly, actually. Right now, there's a 3-way tie.
Yep.
All right, and that's something we need to take a look at with those standings, just to give you the refresher. So Funky Fighters, Fish Fam, and the Chicken Champions all have that silver llama. Now, don't forget, every single match they play, they're also walking away with a prize pool that they're splitting 4 ways. That part's awesome. But man, that extra $1 million prize pool at the end will be huge. So either the Funky Fighters, Fish Fam, or Chicken Champions need to win that golden llama for one of them to win, or if you're on the outside looking in, you just want that gold llama. Because if you win that llama, that means you and your team actually win that pot.
Yep. You win the $1 million final prize for the Creative World Cup. So all is on the line right now. Those prizings, as they shake up into the next sets, are going to be so crucial to keep an eye out. The Funky Fighters taking a good first lead,
yep.
But it's not enough. We've seen it time and time again in these first matches of the set. That people who win the first game don't end up coming through all the way at the end. So they have to have a consistently good performance into the next game, which is the Junkyard Juke, and then into the next game too, which is the World Run.
That's right.
They're all golden. All the golden games with
all the golden games. Not the golden boys, just the golden games. I love you, buddy. Now, don't forget, if you guys are watching and maybe this is the first time you're tuning in, don't forget you can watch also at Fortnite.com/watch. If you're watching in-game, you can do that as well. If you go to Fortnite.com/watch, you can actually kind of hone in on a specific team. There's 10 different feeds to take a look at, and you can say, like, you know what? I'm all about the Fish Fam. I'm just going to watch their perspective. You can do that. Head on over to Fortnite.com/watch. Take a look. Here are a breakdown of your feeds right there on screen.
It's an incredible new feature. I love to use it. I checked it out on my phone earlier, and just unbelievable, seriously. To see all the different POVs, to see the first and second place POVs, and then also to be able to pick who you want to watch. You can watch Lachlan in feed 8. You can watch Gotaga in feed 4. So just an awesome feature. Go check it out. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Now, don't forget, guys, we are 1/3 of the way through the Golden Games. First one, Sky Station Showdown, is in the books, and the Funky Fighters were, in fact, the winner. Now we move on to the second game, and that is the Prop Hunt, a.k.a. Junkyard Juke. And don't forget, the remix, 10-point props.
Only the large ones. You can't go with the, little crowbar. You can't go with the wood planks. You can't go with any of that. And there is one of the prizes for the teams that won before. We've got 10 seconds until the game launches, Zeke. It's the second game of our Golden Games here, guys. It's time.
2, 1, the game begins. Now, just a refresher, we can only be 10-point props. So let's break down what these 10-point props are. You've got a snowman. By the way, there's no snow anywhere else on the map. You've got a Christmas tree with a gold bomb on top. Nope, that sticks out like a sore thumb. A giant gnome? Well, I mean, it kind of blends in depending on where you stand. If you hide something that's behind something that's blue, you can make the hide. A giant teddy bear. You've got the target. You've got the rusted out car. I mean, you've also got the giant dumpster. So, as you kind of scan your eyes across the map, you can see things like the dumpster, the rusted out car, the target. These are things that could be... Whoa. All right, Kaz. All right, this guy is... guy's got the eyes of a hawk. But these props are going to be... They're going to stick out like sore thumbs is what I'm trying to get at.
Yep. And a little... Ooh, Kaz. Awesome. You see his reaction?
Yeah, even Kaz is like, ooh.
Like, wait, Scissors was there. He is finding everybody right now. Good vision. And it is interesting. You got to make sure you know who the guards are at the beginning of this. It's the Little Whip Warriors on the bottom level. They're clearing out the house right now. They're making sure nobody is approaching. Only 4 teams have scored right now.
Trying to find people. There was definitely someone back there that was, there's not supposed to be 3 trucks back there, I don't think. But in playing this, the best way to kind of go about this is every time that those blinds come up, you want to instant reload right then on the spot. Yes, you can try to make blind fires. Unless you're certain, you're like, no, I know where my crosshair is. That's a player. Take the shot. Absolutely. But when those blinds come up, you want to reload. You want to have as many shots as possible before that next, I guess, shade comes back up, right?
And the Ravens' Revenge being the other guards, by the way. Nice shot there from Taldak. Yeah, you mentioned when the blinds, I've been calling it the black, when the black comes up, take the time to reload and make sure you're taking the time like Taldak to stop and try to remember exactly what you saw. Don't move your POV, don't move your camera at all as you try to recognize exactly what changed. You've got to use the uptime of your vision to take as many shots as possible to clear out what you think is possibly a prop. That player came down from below because he hit one of those springboards. Ayuzi moving forward, Zand as well. They're all going with the targets. Ayuzi gets in just barely because Taldak missed his shot.
Man, this is really good for the Funky Fighters. They've taken themselves a nice early lead. It's only 20 points, nothing substantial yet, but if they can do this every single round, again, another big prop going in, they're at 30 points ahead of the pack, and the only 3 teams behind them, Fish Fam, Cuddle Crew, and the Chicken Champions. And look, time is done. So that's it. So don't forget, Raven's Revenge, they have already been guarded. So going forward, all they have to do is try and rack up points. This is going to be huge going forward. The round is going to reset. We'll get 2 new guards on deck. You've got the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters. So now they can try to lock out other players from scoring. And it depends on how well they do, right? Because again, these are big 10-point props. There's a lot of them as well. You know, the props outnumber you pretty substantially.
And if you recall the first game where the Ravens Revenge were actually in second to the Funky Fighters. So like you said, being able to take your time and make sure that you know exactly what you need to do kind of gives them a little bit of an advantage. But the Funky Fighters really did come out to a huge lead in the first, scoring 5 points, or 5 total. See if they can hold it down right now and keep the lead as it is. The Chicken Champions at 20 are not going to be able to close the gap. But we'll see if the Fish Fam, the Cuddle Crew, and everybody else can approach the Funky Fighters right now. They're trying to stop that from happening.
Well, Scissors did just drop in with that 10-point prop, who's closing that gap. If they can get another 10-point prop in, they're going to be tied with the Funky Fighters. But they actually have to make it there to the center to make it into the incinerator. That is going to be make or break. We have 2 minutes left on the clock. And, you know, my first instinct for this would be, you know what, I just got to go. I just got to try and run out as much as I can. That's actually counterintuitive. Right now, you want to just be taking baby steps, right? Just making sure you can secure those points is crucial.
All the players right now, you can see them down below trying to get the shots as possible. They're racking up the eliminations right now. I don't think Fish Fam may have gotten one through. Taldak gets one through. That's going to even the gap a little bit. Here's the Funky Fighters again, just blind shooting through the black. And remember, 1:30 to go on this guard. Fish Fam has tied it up with that score right there.
And so has Cuddle Crew. They got 2 props in, so they're 1 prop behind right now. Oh, Action, you got to be careful, buddy.
One prop behind. There's a little whip coming through as well. So all of a sudden, these teams are letting a lot of props through, or maybe it's the props who have figured out their timings, figured out their tendencies, figured out when they stop shooting. 1 minute to go here. Here's Ninja. He's got a car. This is one of the most difficult obstacles or props to get in.
Don't stack on top of each other. Oh, so dangerous, because when you see things like that tight together, you're like, yeah, no. Oh no, the bumper. Gotta land.
He was moving. Unfortunate there. You've got to press that control key at the last second to be able to make sure you get through. Scissors makes it through.
Dude,
that's a lot of points racking up. They're at 80 now, 30 points ahead of the Funky Fighters, which is unfortunate for their guard watch. 30 seconds to go.
They've taken the lead here, 20 points now. 30 points ahead. Make that 40. The numbers are changing like crazy. But right now, Scissors and the Fish Fam, they've got the lead. And this is huge right now. Don't forget the Funky Fighters are in the center, so they can't rack up points. We've got 10 seconds left. Whoever's out in the field, they need to make it into the incinerator right now.
Are they going to have any more points accrue? It doesn't look like anybody's close. That's going to be the round. The Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions end up closing out that guard watch. We'll see where the standings end. I did notice something though, Zeke, is that the Ravens Revenge were at 0 for that run. They didn't get a single prop through, which is a far cry from their performance on Sky Station Showdown. They were second.
They need to band together right now. They need to rally, and they need to make this happen. Round 3 begins. You've got the Fish Fam and the Sunshine Soldiers in the middle. So now the Fish Fam, you know, we saw this before. They got this lead, but now they have to try and lock everyone else out from getting points. And as we've clearly seen, it is actually way more difficult than it sounds.
And judging by the first run of the Funky Fighters, they got 50 early on. We'll see if they can get and double their score, essentially, to tie up with the Fish Fam. But Sunshine Soldiers also being a guard, and the first two right now ending up on guard watch.
2.5 minutes left on this timer. You see people hitting these hidden little bumpers. So a little surprise in case you've been wondering why have they been flying up. There's little secret bumpers that are buried. You can see one right there that looks like a little silver dome. If players touch that, they're actually launched into the sky. And it's a very clear, like, hey, this is a person. They have disguised themselves as a prop. You should probably eliminate them. 2 minutes here on the clock. And Fish Fam are just tearing it up. But look, Funky Fighters, they were guards last round. They were behind pretty far. And now they're starting to close up that gap, right? If they can get another 3 props in within this 2-minute timer, they're going to be in a great spot heading into that final round.
Tyler trying to hold it down before he gets his last opportunity to go with the props. But here, the Cuddle Crew, and they're going to be on guard watch next. So if they don't solidify this lead very strong right now, it's going to be so difficult. Meanwhile, the Ravens Revenge did finally get a prop in. They could have a final round that could be amazing. We'll continue to watch here for the Cuddle Crew. Llama Record Company and Funky Fighters all earn a point in just a second there. 1 minute and 20 seconds for this guard watch to end.
Cuddle Crew's only a single prop behind. The Funky Fighters are only 2, and so are the Llama Record Company. Raven's Revenge is now on the board with a single. That's a Raven. Look at that. Scissors, he's got this on lock. He's got the entire map laid out in his mind, and he can tell the difference. Wait, does he catch it too? He did not. Wait, these other 2 trucks, are they actually going to make it in? They're making it in. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Scissors, they snuck right under his nose. They get in. But it doesn't.
Oh, he hit that person from the blinds.
Wow. He heard you, Zeke. He knew.
Listen.
Flexing a little bit on everybody.
He knows I'm a big fan of his. All right, he knows. He knows. Cuddle Crew, they're nice and hidden. All right, got to watch the bumper. There is one hidden. You see it right there in front? Be careful. You can see it. It's right there. Don't do it. Nope. Never mind. That was, looks like that was Fish Fam.
And it looks like a lot of props are making it towards the center right now. I think I just saw 3. Very close. Here's the approach from Huizi. Remember, they have to get sorted to get scored. So Tomoya, I think, will be the last prop here. Bensor making a push for it. No. But what a push there at the last second. They do all tie up. 3, the top 3 are tied up at 100. So that means this last round of Junkyard Juke is going to be so crucial.
This is very scary heading into round number 4. So take a look. In the center of the map, you've got Svenos and his crew. So don't forget, there's 3 teams tied for first. You've got the Fish Fam, you've got the Funky Fighters, and you have the Cuddle Crew. So basically, they are well ahead of the pack, but they're fighting each other right now. The Llama Record Company, and now Little Whip and the Cuddle Crew, they're at 90, so they could close that gap, but they have to work so much harder to do that. You've got the Cuddle Crew in the middle, and this means they're not racking up any points for this round, right? They're just trying to keep everyone else from accruing points.
And 5th place or lower at this point. If they don't have a good performance, even the Sunshine Soldiers, the and the Chicken could go through. Nice shot there from his team. Joining them as well as the Llama Record Company in 2nd place. So 2nd or lower is all they can achieve.
So for right now, Llama Record Company, remember, they can't accrue points. They literally have to try and stop Fish Fam and the Funky Fighters from racking up points. If they get even 1 through, they are going to be edged out. Everything is riding on this moment right now. How accurate are they? How quickly and how much do they remember the map? Look at all these props here on the left side of the screen. One just got through with the quest. Little Whip, look, they took over. So did Fish Fam.
Nice shot there from
Great
Alex
shot for sure.
He knew that there was a prop approaching. He knew that he didn't find anything in the last couple of seconds. He knew. Is he going to be able to find this one? You can see he's pre-firing through the black as they all try to approach. What a nice play from Alex. A nice strategy. Now remember, now that the Little Whip and Fish Fam have taken the lead, the Funky Fighters fall to 3. And since they got first in the first game, that means it's just more close when you think about the overall standings here.
Yeah, look, Little Whip again, get another prop in. They're pushing ahead, man. These guys are pulling away from the pack right now. Llama Record Company, they've got to just start trying to pick off these props. They've got to keep the Fish Fam and Little Whip down. maybe have someone else potentially contest, but right now, man, the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja and his team are just destroying this final round.
All the rest of the standings so important as well. Svenhouse and Co. and the Llama Record Co. doing a very good job on guard duty right now. And besides the top two ending up getting a couple of points, they're not letting anybody below them really earn anything. A lot of props approaching right now. The timing's going out. Ninja gets in with the car, scores, and that just solidifies the lead even further, but I think Fish Fam scored. No, they didn't. Look, first place to Little Whip Warriors now. There's no tiebreaker involved. 20 seconds to go. Can anybody else score?
You just got to go. Do not jump. You just got to go. That's right. Oh! Okay, there's another round of points coming through. Little Whip at 150. And look, Taldak's right here. That's going to put him at 160 with 10 seconds left.
That's the win for sure for the Little Whip Warriors here. And Junkyard Juke as the timer expires, as Ninja scores in the final moments, as well as Taldak. The first win for the Little Whip Warriors, and it couldn't come at a better time here, Zeke.
That's right, man. Look, don't forget, those Silver Llamas are scattered right now. This puts them in a great spot. If they can get this World Run win, they could secure themselves that gold llama, and out of nowhere, they could steal away the victory from everyone else around. A fantastic showing of the Little Whip Warriors, man, dude. They came out of nowhere. They were just on it. They flipped the switch and they said, you know what, we're getting all these props in, and we're just gonna get pulled away from the pack.
That's what happened. Perfect play. At the beginning, they had the guard defense. They didn't let anybody get over close to, I think the Ravens are, no, the Ravens had 0. I'm thinking of the Funky Fighters had 50 in the first run.
Yeah.
But nobody else really did anything, and the Funky Fighters ended up starting to slow down. They didn't manage to keep up their pace. Little Whip Warriors took perfect advantage of that.
Yeah, and I mean, you could just kind of see that they were very calm, cool, and collected in the whole thing, right? They just kind of navigated the map correctly. You kind of saw it happen a little bit, but there was almost like this clustering that happened. You know, when you've got 3 rusted cars right next to each other where there clearly is no rusted cars at all, you're like, okay, well, these guys are very clearly props, right?
They figured it out eventually, though.
They did.
Separate, approach all in different waves.
Yep.
Use the props at the front to kind of, you know, protect so that the guys who are just barely behind you can then make their approach and get 2 points at least, or at least 20 points in this remix version.
Yeah.
But great performance for Little Whip. Again, couldn't come at a better time because that puts them in contention for this Golden Llama. And that's the bonus. That is the win. That is the win condition for this Creative World Cup.
Well, I think the only thing that we need to do right now is send it down onto the stage. I want to hear from the Little Whip Warriors, so let's go over to Monster, who's standing by with them right now.
All right, so I'm going to be honest. I thought early on the Sky Station Showdown, Ninja Squad specifically, you know, the way the qualifiers worked, you guys were out there running shooter trials, and you were struggling. But you guys are finally finding your stride. So let's just touch on it. How does it feel to be in the running? Now you finally got a victory. You're so close. The Golden Llama's on the line. You guys are so close. What do you think about this?
Honestly, kind of relieved, to be completely honest with you guys, because, I mean, we were kind of nervous the first 3 sets. I mean, we were not doing the best, but now we're here. So, I mean, hey, we're in the running, and that's all that matters.
All right, so you're in the running. You want to hold this lead, but more importantly, what team do you guys feel you need to shut down? I think it's the Funky Fighters. Is there any other team that specifically, I know we started off, Ninja said the Ravens Revenge, but I don't know. I think things are really shaking up. What squad out here is surprising you so far?
Dude, those Ravens, been with them all day. We got the edge on them yesterday, but today they came out and really surprised us.
And there you guys have it. So as you can see, easily things can really shake up here. And just like that, suddenly it's anyone's game to win. Ninja Squad can take it for all we know.
Well, we'll have to see because we have a single golden game left. And in case you've forgotten, it's the World Run. And the remix is a single life.
That's so brutal. You can't even, like, we can't understate how difficult that is going to be. I mean, especially when everything is on the line here. Everything matters. Everybody wants to get first in this last match.
That's right. And don't forget, I mean, we've been bouncing around, right? We started on World Run and we saw 6 teams of 8 rack up the 30 coins. But then we moved to Sky Station Showdown. So now you're like, okay, my mind has to go there and be ready for that. Then we moved to Junkyard Juke, and you're like, okay, we'll have to move again. So these guys may not be in a, once you've been doing it back-to-back, you've almost built up that muscle memory. They may not have that based on this.
Yeah,
we'll have to see, man.
Very true. You're kind of rusty when you move on to the World Run after these laps,
right,
too.
Right?
There's no mechanics in Junkyard Juke are the same at all in the World Run. So we'll have to see if they still are warm for that.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? If you want to play these things, don't forget they're actually in-game right now. They're available as LTMs. Play them through the weekend. You've got until Sunday. You want to check them out, give them a try. I'm telling you, they are super fun. If you get more coins than me, I got 14. Hit us with the hashtag or tweet at me. That's fine. I'll hold the L. I respect it. I respect it. I'm not a death runner, I'll be honest. I'm not much of a BR player either. I'm pretty bad, actually. That's why Sundown carries me pretty much the entire time. But again, man, let's focus in on these games. Don't forget, let's not talk about how terrible I am. The Gold Llama. That's what's on the line right now.
I think Ninja just actually found out what the remix was there. It looked like he read something he was surprised.
He was like, wait a minute, what?
No, definitely should have known before, but here we go into the World Run. All the players are loading up and getting ready. It's so important to make sure that everything is perfect because you have one chance, one opportunity here to make a difference. If you mess up, it's over.
That's right.
So I'm looking for Ford Turtle. I'm looking for the players like Scissors, Suzu, who completely clutched up for the Fish Fam, both of them together. And really, it's not on the shoulders of one player. Even more so, right? We were talking about it earlier. The entire team needs to perform. But here, when they could be going out early, everybody needs to step up. Every single person.
That's right. This is it, the final opportunity to try and claim the Golden Llama and take a slice of that final $1 million prize pool available to the winner. And of course, let's not forget the World Cup Creative Champions. The time is now. Here we go. The game is about to begin. If you guys are here watching from the stadium, let them know you support them. Let them hear you right now. Let's hear it for all these teams. That's what I'm talking about. They need your energy right here, right now. 10 seconds before we hop into the game, don't forget it's World Run. That remix, A Single Life. Who is going to come out on top right now? It's anyone's game.
We'll see who out of the gate as they open right now. Who out of the gate is going to go down? How slow are they going to take this? You can see everybody does not want to move. You can cut the tension with a knife right now. Here, MSYB is going to be the first to go. Danyan in the back as well. Everybody staggering their players so that they know what they need to do one by one. I heard some traps. MSYB, there he goes. Gets the first couple of coins and everybody at the same time. Funky Fighters have 6 right now. What a run so far from MSYB, not missing a beat.
And the Funky Fighters are already off to a strong start. Oh,
no!
MSYB. Oh, an error was made there on his part, but it's okay. He still got his crew. They can still make it through. Funky Fighters are still racking up the coins. Here we go. They're going to pick up their 10th right here, right now. This is literally, I'm telling you, man, this is where this precision jump comes through.
Come on.
Koto.
2 players.
He made it.
Two players made it.
Oh,
so here through. Actually,
right, no, let this, don't even. Just let the whole thing reset. Yep. Take a step back. Let it reset.
Is every single one of his teammates down in the bottom left?
Yes, it is. It is all on the back of Kotu right now. He's got to make it through. The tricky part of this is he's going to get this coin, but now he has to go back through.
That's not the coin to go for then.
That was not the coin to go for, but it's okay. He's committed. Come on, you have to guarantee trigger these. Do not fall. Third set. Fourth set. He's through. Okay.
Oh, dude, my heart is beating out of my chest right now. This is so just tense. What can you even, like, he is by himself. This is their only chance. He has 11 coins right now, but that's just tied. In the castle, there's not too much danger after those spike traps.
Right.
So we can move forward. They have to make sure they grab every single coin. Meanwhile, Chicken Champions on the other side, he's by himself as well. I wonder How many different teams have anybody alive right now? Is it really up to the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters right now? We'll see. They have plenty of time to work with. They can take it as slow as they possibly want. There's the Cuddle crew. They've got 2.
They have 2. Ravens Revenge looks like they have 1 player as well. Okay, nice. The coin is picked up. There's only 1 left here. So remember, 14 is the max amount you can get before heading up to that next level. And the castle is the halfway mark.
Just got word that Fish Fam actually has 3 people up. Only 10 coins for them. So maybe taking things slow, letting things play out, and seeing how the other teams do. Because really, the time is not of the essence in this case. Until the very last player. There's Fish Fam. 1 did go down in the meantime. This is Tyler. Suzu is down, which is crucial because he was the player who was a speed demon. But again, it's not speed that matters, it's execution. Here he's going back through. Can he make it? Most dangerous part of the castle. Nice re-trigger. He's through.
Okay, all right. We haven't seen Cuddle Crew pick up any more coins. Maybe they're still alive. Maybe they've been eliminated. The castle, I mean, it's pretty hard to be eliminated in the castle. The only way really is in the traps there. You've got the Funky Fighter. Look at this, Lachlan.
Oh, no.
He's crying his eyes out. Wait
Guys, if you want Lachlan to go for this, you got to give it up to him right now. If you want Lachlan to go for the jump, Lachlan, you got to go for it.
There has to be a Lachlan chant. Lachlan, Lachlan, Lachlan. Come on, you have to go. Look, but the thing is, he's talking it through his team. He's like, look, what do I have to do? What do I need to make here, right? And this is good, because remember, they have 6 minutes. They, like you said, they can take this as slow as possible. But again, this is going to come down to these last moments. So Fish Fam actually, right now, they're leading the pack, 15 points. That means they're up on that next tier. And there's some pretty treacherous things happening up there. There you go. It's Zane and Tyler.
They're through the castle. That's why they're all dancing right now, because they know they're starting to be at the hardest part possible, and they know nobody else is here. Based on their coins.
Here we go.
His teammate did fall up ahead. Gets 1, though. There's the trap trigger. This is so difficult. He's going to start getting towards the variable impulses.
Remember, he's got to make this in 1. See, you see him take a step back. He's like, look, the trap's not right. Look, this isn't right.
I'm way farther ahead of anybody else. He's going to wait until anybody else goes. Here's the Ravens Revenge. He's going to tie it up.
There you go.
In terms of place that there are, but the Ravens Revenge don't have anybody else, so he can't get to that other lane to collect those coins.
Right.
Which is crucial.
And don't forget, if he got here by himself, too, that means there was that extra coin, remember? Because there's 2 lanes. He left 1 behind. So there's more pressure on him right now.
Oh. The scissors. That's what Scissors did in that game before. He's going for it. He's not stopping. He does need to make sure he beats the Fish Fam. You can see now Zan going at the same time. Here it is through the jumps. He's waiting a little bit. Jump.
Nice.
Yes!
Okay, pressure's on right now, because don't forget they're a single coin behind.
Zan going at the same time right now. Wow, he's going for the variable impulses.
1, 2. Okay,
Zan makes it.
Here we go.
Yes! 1 more jump! Magma makes it through the variable impulses, one of the most difficult jumps. And the deep breath does come in. Magma is putting the team on his back right now. And from what I can tell, everybody, Lachlan's going, guys.
He's going. He's got to make this jump. Does he make it? There you go. All right. So look, he's he slides out. He's like, whew.
At the same time, Magma in the top left did end up getting another coin. Here goes Lachlan. Guys, give him your energy. He's going for the jump.
Look, Magma, for a moment, he's doubting himself. He can't. Magma gets her head in the game. You know you can make this jump. Here we go. The jump comes out.
Yes.
1, 2. He doesn't go for the coin. He doesn't go for the coin. Wait, you needed that coin. That could make the difference.
Why is his team not telling him?
It's too risky. Maybe he feels like it's too risky. See, he's thinking about it. Should I maybe try to double back? I mean, if he gets down the ramp, he's going to have his little icy toes. He's going to slip right off. This could be it. This could be the moment that makes or break their game.
There's Zan, too.
Look, he's thinking about the same thing. He's like, should I go for this? Is this coin worth it?
He has to come back through there to get up to the next stage anyways. Magma taking a huge breath. We'll have to see if you know, the status on everybody else. I believe these are the last 2 players.
This is tough. We're getting word Lachlan has actually made it to the he has not made it to the castle yet. I misspoke there. All right, here we go. Magma, great trigger. No! Wait, it's okay. He used the rock.
The recovery.
Right. They knew about it.
Gets the coin. No! And Magma is out of the game, and with that, the Ravens revenge too. Lachlan bouncing, he's unfortunately out of it as well. He's not eliminated yet, but Zan going for it at the same time. Here we go. He's gonna go for the coin up top.
He has to. He literally has to. Magma, though, he left the coin behind.
No.
He set up. He didn't grab the coin either. If he had grabbed that coin, he's thinking about, do I double back? Do I try to make that?
So the reason he doesn't want to go is because if he goes for the coin, he is not going to be able to get to the next thing. So they thought ahead of us, Zeke. They knew. Lachlan playing with fire. He is definitely not in this. Can he really make this with an impulse? No way. No. He's out.
He has
the end of Lachlan, the end of the Cuddle crew. And it is now 21-21. He just needs one more coin.
He needs to get that coin.
Which is more easy for him? Is it the one on this trap? Or is it the one back behind?
You can tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need one coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. The Fish Fam. Zan clutches up for them here. Scissors and company absolutely dominated in the last set of the world run. It wasn't domination really, though, was it? But a clutch performance from Zans. They lost their man Scissors and Suzo early on, but everything fell on the shoulders of Zans, and he does it.
This is shaking me to my core, because what does this mean for the standings? In all three Golden Games, we saw a different winner. Funky picked up round 1, Little Whip picked up round 2, and now the Fish Fam picked up round 3. But don't forget, Fish Fam, they had that unbelievable time earlier on with 5:25. But, I mean, also, Funky Fighters, they got themselves the coins as well, so they all have wins.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think back, like,
all
how does
the different standings, because Fish Fam, they had a good performance in Junkyard Junior. Absolutely, right?
Right.
Hands down. Here's the last moments with Zan. This moment could have won him the Creative World Cup. Think about that for a second.
This could be it, man. That literally could have very well. But then the question is, what if that doesn't get them the win? Should he have kept going, right? But he just decided, look, you know what? We've got the coin. Let's end it here. What if they needed to keep going? What if they had gotten one more coin? Could that have made the difference? Are they already in the lead? Is there someone else?
Tiebreakers matter. We'll see.
Okay. You know
see.
me, man. I stress out way too hard over this. I get way too into this.
I'm sitting here with my pen, just like, what is the calculations here, Zeke? I don't even
I'm running
know.
the numbers.
Oh. Nail-biting finish, that's for sure. Right? We could all agree that. Guys, did you like that finish here today? Zan clutching up. Guys!
They're asleep.
They're asleep. They're asleep. They want to know
what's
the
happening. They don't know what we're asking them. I mean, guys, here in the stadium, was that not insane?
There you go.
There you go. You just had to ask them the right question. You asked them the wrong question. That's all it was.
I had to stick the word insane there. People get crazy for that.
There it is. There it is. But first off, let's just say, across the board, all of these teams performed incredibly well. Again, just calling out, there was never just like one team that kind of was ahead of the pack the whole time. Fish Fam was starting to get there, right? Like, they were that one team that was like, wait, they were the only ones that had that insane time. But, everyone really showed up in massive ways. We're going to calculate the standings. For now, I think we're going to send it actually down on the stage. We've got Poogie standing by with the Fish Fam, so let's hear from them.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I am down here with the Fish Fam. Again, I feel like I've been talking to you guys all day. Zan, you were a little late coming over to the interview. You had to put your shoes back on. Was your performance so great that you knocked your own socks off? Is that what happened there?
It's all about getting comfortable. If you play like you play at home, you'll play better. So that's what I did.
So just being completely comfortable. That's why you took your shoes off?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it definitely worked for you. You were the last one alive. What was that pressure like for you?
I mean, I just took my time and did what I've done for the past year, do different, and it worked out.
And were your teammates coaching you through that whole thing?
Yeah, they were talking to me, just telling me to chill, do whatever I want, take my time. Yeah.
That's awesome. It definitely makes a difference when you have such a supportive team. Now, Scissors, I'm going to come to you and talk to you for just a moment. Now, this has to be an amazing moment for you, winning the death run like this. Now, how well-versed are you in just having one life to live on these death runs?
I mean, I feel like I did very well, but these guys they're the GOATs. They're the best. I make all these maps, and these guys are the ones breaking the world records, so I had them on my team to carry me to the victory.
Well, that's what I love to see. Amazing team synergy, amazing teamwork. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations again. Zeke, back to you.
Man, what a humble team leader Scissors is. But, you know, mad respect to Zan. I like that he pointed out specifically, you know what? I just got to play like I'm at home. I have to get comfortable. For me, I'm the same way. You're like, right, you know, just take the shoes off, right?
You can get comfortable, but there is no way that this feels like home. There is no way that this feels like home. And with the pressure, you never have that kind of experience. That is a once-in-a-lifetime thing to do. That's just crazy.
But also to have his team there, right? They had his back. They were lifting him up saying, look, take your time. In fact, speaking of team, we actually have a listen in. Let's go back and relive that moment, but from their perspective.
Get up there, left side.
Left side?
Left side, left side.
Yep, left side. You're good.
AFK.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. No, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah, wait, no, go back. Get that coin. No.
The next one is free. The next one is free. No. The next one is free. Shut up. The next one is free.
Go to the checkpoint.
This one is free.
That was pretty hectic, but as a resounding, hey, leave the coin, seemed like that was the play.
Absolutely, he was considering. You saw him circling his mouse on that final one.
He was like, but
I left it. I had to go back.
But it's right. I'll go back.
But that was so genius for all the teams who got that far to realize that coin was not worth going back for, or even going for in the first place. Remember how we were so shocked that they didn't go for it? And we realized later that's because if you try to go for it, you will end up getting eliminated.
Right.
Because it's too difficult to make that bunny hop to the coin, grab the coin, and then continue forward.
Yeah.
You have to lose your momentum.
Those bunny hops are key to making that jump over the double danger. But, man, we're calculating those standings. We're going to see who's winner. Honestly, I've been trying to do this in my head, but
we need the experts.
We need the experts, all right? I've got stuff written down, but, like, I can't read the code, all right? It's not coming to me. This literally could go anyone's way. And, again, because those silver llamas are scattered, any team that wins that gold llama is going to win.
Let's recall the couple of games that we had in this Golden Games. Right?
Okay.
So Sky Station Showdown came down to the Funky Fighters in that final D point, all being pretty much uncontested. Nobody realized that they had their two opportunities, and they took them. They took them both. Skyrocketed from last place to first place. That put them in first in the first game.
But also, don't forget, Ravens Revenge were close that game, right? Right? They came in the second place.
So, Junkyard Juke next. Okay, Junkyard Juke. We know for sure that Fish Fam did well and Little Whip Warriors did well.
Yep.
So Fish Fam is the ones who won the last one. Just unbelievable, world run in total. Who was in second in the world run?
Ravens Revenge.
Ravens Revenge. So Ravens Revenge in the first game. In the second game, they had a poor performance on Junkyard Juke.
They did. They actually were in last place. But that's what I'm saying. And then I think back to earlier games, right? Because this is kind of like a cumulative thing. So, but Ravens Revenge had those three. The first match from World Run was the first place with 29 coins. The second, they came in second with 29 coins. But then in third, everyone had kind of figured it out. They still did manage to make the second time of 636. But what does that mean for all of? I'm getting. Okay, all right. I need to take a deep breath here.
Well, what we can all agree on was that this was an awesome, whole thing in general. The entire Creative World Cup, all three of those maps. We got to give props to the map makers. What was it? 17 builders in total. All these maps, they came together to make them, and they're beautiful and they're amazing to play. So huge props to them, the builders here for the Creative World Cup. Just awesome. All from the community.
Huge props, worth 10 points.
Come on.
Got him, baby. Yeah, you know you like that. You know you like that. I got him. As soon as he said it, I was like, this guy set himself up. I have to pull the trigger. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But, seriously, again, just to echo everything you said, man, this was so much fun. This was so much fun. And to think, too, this was the first half of the day. I just thought about that. We stopped
more coming.
We stopped Pro-Am right after this.
We might have just broke Zeke when he realized that. But regardless, just all around, I'm curious. I want to recall our favorite moments here. What were your favorite moments here, Zeke, from this Creative World Cup? Was it the Funky Fighters taking the point? Was it that last moment with Sand?
Okay.
The Fish Fam?
So that was definitely, absolutely. If that wasn't your favorite moment of the whole Creative Finals, I'm not sure what else could top that. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. I think back to when you know, the Fish fam, they had to clutch up that win, and they come through with the 5:25 time. We watched Scissors in that run. He just tore through 4 obstacles, literally back-to-back in 1 life. Now, eventually, he was eliminated, but still, like, that takes so much precision, and he made it look easy. That's not something that you just do. I mean, I'd argue he's the grandfather of creative, right? Like, he's the guy that stepped forward and said, hey, you want to do this thing called a death run? And people are like, what? He's like, hey, do you like traps? Do you like respawning?
How iconic for that moment to be Scissors and his team. And how iconic would it be if that world run ended up being the decider? But besides that, I know a lot of people here were interested in Lachlan's final performances. We're going to go ahead and take a listen in with his team at the end of that run for him.
All right. Sandy, I'm going to start playing, okay?
All right, yeah.
Or actually, no, I'll start playing when you get to the impulse bar.
Boy.
Nice,
There's a point above you.
Let's go. You get this. I'll try, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. This is the jump that I don't think I can
Oh
get.
my god, Max.
Well, here we go.
No.
Okay, that's...
No.
He actually almost hit that line.
I think if he had thrown that impulse the moment he went up, he actually would have impulsed over. Like, it would have given a little hop.
I was thinking the wall there.
Yeah.
Right? Just bouncing himself off the wall at the last moment. That would have been crazy. That would have been clutch.
That would have been insanely
clutch. That would
clutch.
have gotten everybody out of their seats because it was those last 3 teams.
Yeah.
Those last 3 teams. I'm glad we got him to, you know, get the confidence to go for the jumps.
Look, it's tough. Like, honestly, like, and then that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, when you've been doing this world run over and over. Because don't forget, even in those, when we were in that big section, like, he was killing it. Absolutely. But then when you're like, okay, we're going to the Golden Games, these things have remixes. We'd have to change kind of the way I'm thinking and approach these things. Go from Sky Station to now, like, oh, we can all earn points. What's our strategy? Then we go to the Junkyard Juke. Wait, we have to be 10-point props. You know, maybe I've been running around as a 2-point prop. Maybe I've been that guy that's been rolling in with the 2-point props. And then being like, oh, yeah, world run, we got it, no problem. Oh, we have a single life.
Oof. And that face that he made when he made the jump, that needs to be made into an emote for sure. Exactly. Zeke's got it perfectly. Just unbelievable. The pressure that these guys were under in those final moments. Still calculating his standings, of course,
Right.
Zeke.
It was just too close. It was so unbelievably close. We have to make sure this is correct. Because, I mean, at the end of this, we crowned the first ever Fortnite World Cup Creative Champions. They are creative world champions. The idea of that in itself is insane to me.
Yeah.
Insane.
And it's true, too, because how many countries were here? Like,
Over these 32 players, there was 19 different countries represented across all 8 teams.
That is a World Cup. That is awesome. It's really cool to see. And again, I'm just holding my breath because it could even be the Little Whip Warriors, right? Remember them in the Junkyard Juke? They came out on top. They had great guard performances. They had great runs, the props, the timing that they had. Everything matters. And when you look back at it and you're really reflecting, all those single props, the timing that Ninja had when he got into those last couple of seconds, remember? Because it was Ninja and Taldak who ended up getting those props at the last couple. It was literally 20 seconds to go in the map. And they clutch up and make sure that their lead is solidified between first and second.
Yeah, I mean, this seriously could go any way. And we're getting closer and closer to finding out who that is, who will ultimately take home that golden llama and be the Fortnite World Champions of Creative. I mean, we hope you guys here in the stadium have been enjoying all the action. I know it's tense. I know. I'm right there with you. My heart is racing. I'm tense too. I feel it. Trust me. And I know for sure these guys on the stage are feeling the exact same way, okay? Now we're getting closer.
They're feeling so tense. Just ridiculously tense.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. If I'm them, I'm literally just, my heart is beating. I don't know what to do. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm doing that right now with my pen. I'm not even playing.
All right.
Ooh.
We have calculated the final standings. The votes have been tallied, and the winner of the Golden Games And the overall winner of the Fortnite Creative World Championship is the Fish Fam! Scissors, the grandfather of the death run of Creative itself, has come through. Zand put the entire team on his back and said these coins are nothing. We will claim the gold llama balla, and we will claim the $1 million prize pool.
Iconic that this team, Scissors, the first World Cup trial that was put out. These three guys were the first qualified players to come through. Zan clutching up in the final moments. Suzu just getting the first record on that map, on the world run, and for it to be in that style. And then, of course, Tyler, we can't forget him. As we see them celebrate together, there's the Golden Llama. And remember, that's a $1 million prize bonus.
That's right. They're splitting it 4 ways. Absolutely massive. But just like you said, I want to just echo this again. Mad props to the entire team. It was not just one person that carried. It was a team effort. And Zan there in that last moment came in clutch. Scissors tearing through all of the traps that needed to be. Tyler back in the prop hunt, needed to just find those shots left and right. Suzu being the first, hitting that massive timer of 5:25. The Fish Fam come out on top, and here is just another breakdown. That Golden Llama being the tiebreakers, and Funky Fighters, let's not forget, they were so close. If they had picked up a win there, that might have been enough to put them over the edge. But again, every single team here showed up. 19 different countries represented, over 8 teams through 8 weeks of qualifiers, Bala. And it's all culminated right here in this moment.
And I have to just see the top 4 and the top 5, really, because Chicken Champions with the Silver Llama, that was pretty much what everybody was calculating. That's why it took so long. I mean, that was close. That was so close, within $30,000 between second and third, and that's how, of course, you do earn that llama depending on which set, but all that prizing cumulative. So there you have it. Creative World Champions, it's done. And it's not even...
This is only half, by the way, this is day 1, and we're halfway through the show. We still have Pro-Am. Oh, by the way, we still have duos tomorrow on Saturday. Oh, by the way, we also have solos on Sunday. Yeah, are you already exhausted? Me too. Me too. What an unbelievable day.
It's going to be a great weekend. I can't wait to see what it was ahead. And already this day has started off fantastic with this creative action. I was expecting amazing things, and we got it.
That's right, man. Well, of course, we need to crown them the creative champions. So that's enough from us on the desk. Let's actually send it down to Golden Boy to crown ourselves some champions.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. What a grueling, grueling run this was, but we have finally come down to it, and we have crowned our champions. But we got to make it official, baby, and there's only one way to do that, and it's right here in the winner's circle. So why don't everyone here in Arthur Ashe Stadium, let's welcome to the stage the Fish Fam! Congratulations, guys. One more time. Give it up for the Fish Fam. Gentlemen, those trophies right there, they're yours. Lift them up for the crowd here to see. Talk to this guy right here. My man, you are known as, and everything's, all the llamas getting all over the place here. You're known as the granddaddy of the death run. For you to be able to win this competition off of the thing that you made your name off of, That must have felt incredible.
It's amazing, man. I came up with the Death Runner, tried to bring it to Fortnite. These guys support it and love it and so good at it. So I'm just glad they were on my team.
Hey, man, I respect that, you know what I mean? Because obviously this is something that is a long time coming for you. But I got to talk to you, my man, because I want you realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million. So you got yourself $1 million off of a jump. How does that feel today, my man?
I can't describe it. It's unreal. Like, I don't know what to say, to be honest.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the money?
Probably, I don't know. I didn't plan for this.
Responsible. He's gonna be responsible with it, right? That's what we're gonna go for, right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, guys, gentlemen, congratulations once again. Your winners and Creative World Champions, the Fish Fam!
Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to play some Fortnite. And one more goes over, and that's it. While the Record Co. takes the first match. 1,000 Gotaga and Raven's Revenge. Let's go! That's it! His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tamoya takes it for the Funky Fighters.
We are very close. Yeah, don't.
The Chicken Champions have done enough to round out the final match.
Barely missed there. Finally hits the bouncer and he's gone. There it is.
Oh, he's holding a trophy. Fish Stick is walking out with a silver llama. Let them hear you right now. Let's hear it for all these teams. The Cuddle Crew is keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close. Lin, come on, you have to go. Oh, he hit that person from the blind. Wait, it's okay. He used the rock.
The recovery.
They knew
Gets
about
the
it.
coin. No!
This coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. The Fish Fam.
Okay, hey guys, I'm Bloom Falconer. I'm from the South Bay in California. My city is called Redondo Beach.
Hello, my name is Arkham and I am from California. I'm really excited to come here because the Fortnite World Cup is a great opportunity to show like you have all the best players around the whole world, so I want to see if I can prove myself to be the best or not. I think our competition is probably, the biggest one is probably ourselves.
Yeah, other than that, probably Cease and Elevate.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're pretty nuts.
Yeah. I think the biggest moment I had was finding Arkham as a duo partner, actually. It wasn't anything that really happened in-game. I went through a rough patch. I didn't have a duo. I ended up like not working out with my previous duo, and I was kind of nervous because World Cup was coming up, and I ended up finding Arkham, and we played a few games, and we knew it was clicking, so.
Oh, shoot.
Holy.
All right, I would just like to thank my family and friends for supporting me all the time.
I really want to shout out the boys back home. Thank you so much for all the support. My family too, especially. And we're really excited to be here at the Fortnite World Cup.
Hey guys, it's Kitty Plays, and I'm in the player lounge right now, and I want to know if these guys could describe Fortnite in 3 words, what would it be? For me, it's cool dance moves. sweaty, fun, and colorful.
I feel like the most common one from me and my friends when we play Fortnite is he's one shot. So, yes, and he's never one shot. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Wild, creative, and fun.
Those are some good words.
Unique, challenging, and creative. Yeah.
Fortnite.
Amazing. Amazing.
Clapping bots, bruv.
I appreciate that one. Yeah. If you could describe Fortnite in 3 words, what would it be?
Super hyper entertainment. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
Run, build, bush. I don't know. Fingers crossed, man. That's my 3 words. Fingers crossed, man. Yeah.
My name is Aiden. I'm from Ohio, and I'm a professional Fortnite player for Ghost.
My name is Sean. I'm from British Columbia, Canada, and I'm also a professional player for Ghost.
Sean and I were both looking for a partner. We just tested it out, and we ended up taking 5th place the first duo week of the Open qualifiers. He is more of a passive player, and I'm more of an aggressive player. I think we really just combine, and we help each other out a lot. Like, if I'm going to push a fight, and it's a bad fight, he'll just, he's passive, so he'll make sure I don't get eliminated. It's an honor to be here, really, with all these players. There's people here that I've never heard of, and, they could be millionaires by the end of the week, so we just stay confident. If we're going to do it, we just full send it. It's a really good feeling just to be able to play against everybody, and you got to be elite to get here, so it's just a good time.
Stay on your grind and don't let anyone stop you.
I am here at Obs Island. I have taken over. This is where our observers are. So the guys in game that are following all of the players around, getting their perspectives. And I am joined by one of our observers here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing? What's your job?
Sure, yeah. My name's Teko. I'm one of the head observers here. So we like to capture the in-game portion as well as we can. And we really want to make sure that we're showing off the game correctly. So we have to organize the teams properly, and then my job specifically is to make sure we're covering the action that we really want to see.
Makes sense. A huge fan experience that you are essentially having to capture with all of these screens here. It can get a little bit hectic here, I've heard. How do you guys keep calm?
Yeah, really, we're just a huge team atmosphere here. Like, we have fun. It's kind of just, like any old sports team, really. Like, we're all best friends. We hang out after. We have fun on the way out here. We have fun when we're here, and it's always a good atmosphere in here. People come here to relax. It's the island.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to me about this. Fortnite is all about fun first and foremost. So while you guys are out here in the crowd at home watching the World Cup this weekend, you have Teko to thank for all of those awesome observer shots.
Hi, I'm Kat and I'm from Australia. I think Salty is definitely by far my favorite drop spot since there's a lot of loot and it's central of the map, so it's easy to rotate. Right now my biggest competition is definitely my duo partner Soz. He's also competing in the Soz competition. Wow, it's it's definitely heavy, but yeah. Wow, it actually looks really cool. Can't wait to see you at the Fortnite World Cup.
I'm Lachlan. I'm here in New York for the Creative World Cup and the Fortnite Pro-Am. The Creative World Cup was a lot of fun, and actually very excited for the Fortnite Pro-Am with Liam McIntyre. So I actually met Liam at the Pro-Am last year. He was Muzok's partner. Super cool dude, down to play some games. Looking forward to it. We haven't had any time in to play together yet, but I think it'll be fine. So the charity I've chosen is the Logan Pediatric Hospital, and this is like a local hospital back home in Queensland where I'm from. My brother broke both his arms, had to spend like 2 weeks there back in the day, so just trying to get back to the local area. My favorite weapon right now in the current meta, probably leaning towards the combat shotgun or the pump. I switch between both of those. Probably going to lean more towards the combat for the Pro-Am, but with the recent nerf, maybe the pump. I'll see. It depends if I'm taking long range or close range fights. Probably more long range because I'm playing a bit more safe today. So for the last Pro-Am in LA, I actually dressed up as my codename Elf skin. Unfortunately this time, won't be looking as cool. I got a nice little kit from the whole team. We've got all of our flags on one side from each country that we're from, and of course the Creative World Cup logo and our names on the back. Because you know what they say, you look good, you play great.
What's going on, guys? Jordan Fisher here with Ewok, Sundown and Zeke, and Ewok and I want to show you guys some ASL that we use to communicate when maybe where we're dropping certain things that need to happen late game in competitive situations. Are you guys cool to learn some of that with us? You guys can try this at home as well, maybe if you're in the stadium here. So it's very important, obviously, to be able to call out where it is that you are going, maybe where you're going to drop, right? You want to talk about it a little bit beforehand. It's very important. It's really simple, actually. You're going to have the letter that you, like the beginning of it, maybe it's Salty Springs, right? You're just going to have
Salty
an S
Springs,
and
okay.
then show what it is on the other side, right?
Gotcha.
There's a handful that you can do. I'll do Lucky Landing,
Landing.
right? Do Paradise Palms.
Paradise Palms.
Those are some general POIs, right, that are very important. Some late game tips, right? Maybe you need to tell somebody, okay, tunnel.
Tunneling, gotcha. So you like make a tunnel.
You
with your
literally
hands.
just make a tunnel with your hands. It's that simple. It's right here, right? This last one is interesting. I don't really know how to explain it per se, but we're just gonna show you, and it's this right here.
So
that looks like a Neo tilted.
No, so he said it was situational, so it can't be Neo tilted. Look, can you show us one more time?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's this
gotcha.
right here.
So it definitely, that to me looks like high ground retake because it's like he's going up and then they're able to get it and then they're good, so they start shooting. It's definitely high ground retake. So now you guys know how we say high ground retake. I mean, thank you so much
Yeah,
for teaching us
absolutely.
the ASL.
It's our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between, welcome back. We are now into the Pro-Am pre-show. In just a little bit, you are going to see 100 of the top Fortnite players and celebrities battling it out on the Battle Royale Island. My name is Sundown, joined here by Bala TW. Bala, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing amazing. Literally, we couldn't have a better ending to the Creative Finals. And to top it all off, we get to go right into the Pro-Am. We paired a lot of our favorite Fortnite personalities with a celebrity figure, and it's, as it proves to be many times, it's going to be awesome again.
It's a lot of fun. We've seen a ton of great gameplay coming out of the Summer Block Party back in LA, and we're excited to do it again. And there's actually some pairs here who have played before. We'll get into that a little bit later, but excited to be here and excited to see these guys take the stage and also to get BR kicked off. But let's talk a little bit about what we saw in the Creative Final. I think it's almost poetic that Scissors was able to take it away on the last World run. His team, known for the death runs, known for being one of the first major pioneers of creative as a whole. It was a game mode people hadn't got, and it took the Fortnite world by storm. And to see them clutch up in the Golden Games in the final moment, and it was the team decision too. We got to listen to the comms.
Yeah. Iconic. That's basically all you can say about that. The first to even have their creative trials to qualify in, and then of course the first 3 players to qualify for the Creative World Cup. So that's all I can say. Iconic. That's it.
Like it has to be, and you know they're celebrating after the fact. The Fish fam able to get out there and do it, and it was kind of a come from behind because they were there. They're relatively consistent over the course of it, but they really caught up to speed. And for me, that's largely about what Fortnite and Creative in particular for this final was about. How quickly can you adapt to what's going on around you, and how are you able to work with your teammates to maximize your potential? Fish fam able to do that. Congratulations to all of you guys. It was a pleasure to watch that, and also just the fact that they beat the world run so fast. We spent weeks testing it. Before that moment, there had been 3 people, period, who had ever finished it, and we watched them absolutely the course.
The second try they even attempted, and they completed it faster than they even did in the next one. So just unbelievable performance, and it's got to be also the rest of those guys who played in Creative, unbelievable there. But it's not over here. We've got the Pro-Am coming up. We're here at the Fan Festival. People are hanging out. People are having a good time.
People are hanging out, having a good time, and filtering inside as well. The players are getting ready. We're almost to the point where we're ready to go, but we still need to talk about what's up for grabs here in the Pro-Am. $3 million on the line, but per usual, all going to charity for a good cause, for some fun. Actually got to go up to the Players Lounge, talk to some of the guys, and they're incredibly happy to just be here, meet the other players, had the positive interactions all around gaming. It's about those shared experiences, getting out there with your friends, interacting, having the time, whether it's on BR, in real life, whatever you need to do. That's what video games are all about.
Yeah, that's what it is all about, and I've seen actually a number of World Cup qualified players who are going to be playing tomorrow and on Sunday, just hanging around, doing some, fan meets, doing some signings, all sorts of stuff, and just overall having a good time watching the games, playing in the Fan Festival.
I mean, you need to get used to this environment. If you haven't been down here, if you have a ticket, come on down, come hang out, check those out, because there is so much going on, so many people to talk to. The players are around here. We're hanging out. And also, don't forget, if you're at home, you can tune in and join the fun. You can use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. You can go to Fortnite.com/watch. There is so many ways for you to get involved and just be a part of this. This entire thing is a spectacle. It's more than just the Battle Royale and the stuff that's playing, and it's about these players and celebrating the awesome stuff that they do.
The interactions, whether online or in person, are amazing. I haven't yet gotten a chance to take a look at that hashtag after that Creative World Cup, after Sand hit that jump. I can't wait to do it later, go back in time on Twitter and see what the reaction was.
Well, just see, because during one of the tests, we had like a relatively similar moment. The entire stadium was empty, and I thought I was about to pass out. Like, I hit the castle jump, and I literally stood up, and I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I'm good. This is the most amazing moment. So then to watch Sand have that moment, have his team surround him, and know that you lifted yourself above in what was literally their last chance. That decided it. If you don't take that home right there, you don't get the golden law meat. You don't have the thing you need to then be the first ever Creative World Champion. And that moment is just the start to an amazing weekend. We're going to have so many more little moments like that that will define people's gaming careers, or maybe it'll just be the kickstart of it.
Yeah, it will be the kickstart of it. I'm pretty sure for a lot of these guys, it's going to be the kickstart. It started off in the Fortnite World Cup all the way back in April. They played for 10 weeks. They competed. Pro-Am's going to be a little bit of a preview of that. It's going to be amazing. All the preparation, all the hard work, all the friendships and, the heartbreaks, everything. It's going to be so cool to watch.
And one thing I'm particularly excited about with the Pro-Ams is seeing the evolution of just kind of, I don't want to say the casual game, but these guys really kind of press it. You've seen every single time somebody is bringing something new, whether it's the professional players or the celebs who are coming. I mean, just Joey Bosa last time was doing this like reverse ramp top rotation, and it was gorgeous. But the players are ready and out on the stage, so enough from us. We are going to kick off the Celebrity Pro-Am with a pair you probably saw before. It is Robert Abisi and Ghost Aiden. Robert now being one half of the electronic duo known as Lost Kings. You know them from their songs Bad and You, and before they were famous, their first paid gig was in a bowling alley. Him and Aiden competed last time in the Pro-Am, and we're one interaction short of taking home that top spot.
They came in second, lost only by 4 points in a 1v1 that went Symphony's way. Aiden against Symphony, what a memorable moment from that Pro-Am.
And Aiden is also one of 2 controller players who has qualified for the duo portion of the Fortnite World Cup. And now on to our next duo, Mario Hezgonza and Nick Merckx. Mario, of course, being the professional shooting guard for the Portland Trail Blazers. He is also representing Croatia on their national team. And then Nick Merckx, all about the MFAM rep in there. Had a fantastic barbecue last week. Definitely recommend you check that out. Did some awesome stuff for his community, and he's excited to be here. Originally competed in Gears of War, made his name through streaming, and now has a very thriving community.
Yeah, Mario Hezgonza on the Portland Trail Blazers. He hails out of Croatia. We're going to go ahead and continue on inside the Arthur Ashe Stadium. We have Nick Shanholtz and Ghost Sean. Nick Shanholtz being the other half of the Lost Kings duo, of his brother being Robert Abisi. And of course, they're best known for tons of awesome remixes by Imagine Dragons, Vance Joy. And then standing next to him, there is Sean, the Fortnite pro, who's, you know, competing with Aiden. You talked about it.
Yeah, he was one of the first original young lords coming out of North America. The Canadian player, so incredibly strong and gifted and known for intelligent decision-making at all points in the game. If you're able to eliminate him, congratulations, because not a whole lot of people are able to do that.
Yeah. We're going to continue on again. It's going to be this time somebody that we all know. It's Nav and Tfue.
And you can see them excited to be here. Don't know how much of an introduction these two need. Nav, the Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. And then Tfue, I mean, come on. Won TwitchCon, qualified week 3 of the solo competition in first place. You watch him all the time because he streamed all of those games, no delay, live, saying, bring on the world, nothing is stopping me. And he is here to upset the status quo at the Pro-Am. He wants a title.
Wants a title. We're going to go ahead and listen to see if they're prepared to take that. Let's listen in.
Okay, Nav, do you have any messages for your opponents today?
Just don't be surprised if I box you and trap kill you or something. So yeah, and I think we'll be pretty high up in the rankings.
All right, get it.
Did you expect anything but confidence from that duo? Nav has been in there with the scrims. Now on to the next one. We have some more veterans here. Whit Lowry and Cloaksy. This is now actually Whit's 3rd time competing on the Pro-Am stage. Him and Cloaksy have been there. Whit is ready to play. He's excited to be here. Best known as the American rapper. Before he got into music, he was a big fan of graphic design. He got his name coming out from Witty, but he wants a victory on the stage. And I mean, what more do you need to know about Cloaksy?
Yeah, Cloaksy wants one too. He was at the summer block party, didn't manage to break top 20, but this time, who knows? He won the TwitchCon fall skirmish with Tfue. He's experienced. He's played in plenty of skirmishes. He's played in Pro-Ams before, so we'll see what he can bring out today.
And he's used to playing on the main stage. And on to our next duo, we have Ashley Rickards in Exile. Ashley, best known as the actress for her roles on One Tree Hill and Awkward. She also rides and trains horses and works with a pet therapy program that helps special needs children and the elderly. That is the best fact I've heard. Big fan of that as well. Then Exile, one of the famous Russian Fortnite streamers. He's a big fan, wanted to be on the stage, wants to compete among the best of the best. And honestly, he looks ready, busting out the floss emote right there.
Looks ready. See if he is ready when he takes the stage and gets ready to compete. And now it's time to hear from them, of course, from Ashley Rickards. Let's listen to see what she had to say ahead of the competition.
All right, Ashley, do you have any words for your opponents today?
I'm coming for you, and if I'm not, I'm hiding from you. But I'm coming for you first, so watch it. But like, not too hard. If you cannot see me coming, that'd be amazing.
That doesn't seem like indecisiveness. That seems like a solid plan. Hide or go for them. We're going to go continue inside the stadium. We have a duo that I think a lot of people are going to be excited for. We're going to start with Sigala and Dr. Lupo.
And I mean, what more can you say about these pairs? Dr. Lupo, of course, you know him, one of Time's top 25 most influential people on the internet. Let's see if he can be influential in this game. Sigala, the English DJ, record producer, and remixer from Norwich, Norfolk. He's had 6 singles charts in the top 10 on the UK singles. That's incredibly impressive. They want to have a positive showing here Lupo, you know, after the last program, he's got a little bit of a chip on his back. He wants to show up and outplay the rest of them. Show he's not too old to hang with the best of these kids.
That he is not. We'll see if he can perform. I've been playing all sorts of games with him this week. He's ready to play. We're going to continue forward with Dante Basco and Tim the Tatman.
And I mean, Dante Basco, or Rufio. You also might know him as Prince Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender. And then Tim the Tatman, one half of the Girthquake, has been there forever, all about the Twitch stream, involving his community, the Tatman Army. They're about it. And when you see him on the stage, like, I wouldn't want to run into that duo, whether it's in a back alley or in the kitchen. They look scary.
I wouldn't want to, but when I see that picture of Tim, I just have to say that is so adorable.
I mean, you look like he's got the hands out there, 72 hours pose, ready to fight, and then just the most adorable, friendly smile. Like, I just wanted to give him a hug. But now we're going to go on to the next pair. We have John Ha and Wade CN. Wade being the Fortnite streamer all the way from China. He says the flintlock is how he is able to capitalize on the island. John Wan is a dancer and choreographer to the dance group, the Kinjaz. He makes appearances on World of Dance and the Dance Arena competition, and sometimes he even teaches dance at their dojo.
So we'll see if the Chinese competition out of Wade is going to step up. We're going to get a taste of that also in the World Cup tomorrow. But here in Pro-Am, we'll see if they can compete, see if they can hang.
And I'm all about the flintlock plays, man. If you're bringing that out and you're going at people, I've seen some ridiculous clips that he's pulled out with it, but some more players who are capable of ridiculous clips, whether it's on the basketball court or on the Fortnite Island. It is Aaron Gordon and Ali A. Ali A being one of the original Fortnite content creators. In July of 2015, he's awarded 2 Guinness World Records for his gaming channel. And then Aaron Gordon, the American professional basketball player for the Orlando Magic. He plays as both a power forward and a small forward. And as you can tell, he's not that small. He's 6'9" out there, looking to tower over and dunk on the competition.
And we've seen him do it so many times in the dunk competitions. It's awesome to see. And Ali A does something that I didn't even know was possible, which is get Guinness Book of World Records in YouTube. That's insane.
Record breakers all around him. Now another pair you're probably familiar with, Chandler Riggs and One Shot Girl. You saw them at the Creative Showdown. That is the most adorable wave, and Chandler broke first, but Chandler Riggs, the actor and DJ, best known as Carl Grimes on The Walking Dead, and then One Shot Girl, the Fortnite YouTuber and streamer, previously had a PC world record for most Fortnite squad elims in one round when she was playing with some of her other competitors, Tfue, Cloaksy, and Nick A30. Let's have a listen in with what One Shot Girl said ahead of the competition.
All right, Julie, do you have any messages for the other opponents?
I do. I have the best teammate, Chandler Riggs. Our communication, our teamwork is on point, and we are coming for every single person in the lobby. So we will see you guys out there.
You love to see it from One Shot Girl. Awesome there. We're going to continue forward to introduce our next pair. It's going to be Sarunas Jackson and Action Jackson, so a Jackson pair.
The Jackson duo there. Also, big congratulations to Action Jackson, just going full-time there with this stream. Paul, you're well on your way. And Sarunas Jackson is an actor and writer who you might recognize from HBO's series Insecure. He has also played professional basketball in Asia, so you know what? He might be able to dunk on him too.
That he might. The Jackson 2. See if they'll show up here today at the Pro-Am. Of course, such an awesome duo. See if there's action ahead for them. We're going to continue forward. Freddie Stroma and Yoshi. Freddie Stroma, an English actor known for his roles in movies like Pitch Perfect, or Harry Potter movies, or as Dick Tarly on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, big fan of all of those roles. And then paired up with Yoshi, the coach slash commentator slash manager slash do all for Solari. We've seen him on the World Cup broadcast. If you've watched any of the French streams, you know him. Incredibly analytical and intelligent when it comes to Fortnite. This duo is going to look to break down their opponents. And the next pair is a pair that might be tough to break down. Tons of experience coming out between Cody Walker and Toygby. Cody Walker, the American actor who starred in the show In the Rough. He's also known for his work in the Fast and Furious movie Furious 7, where he helped complete it after his brother's passing. Toynbee, he was part of the Millennium team on League of Legends, so another one of those former LoL pros who have been over here, and he's been a part of that roster also as a coach. So, I mean, a lot of knowledge being brought to the stage. Cody was also at the summer block party, so he's got the experience.
And I got to give some love to Cody because I just found out that he's been a PC gamer since 1996. And he played games like Mech Warrior 2. And that's where I started too. PC games, FPSs. And it's just awesome. We're going to continue forward always. We're just moving in the pace here. Max Carver and Nick A30. Max Carver, the actor who's had roles on shows like Desperate Housewives, Teen Wolf. Hold on, what are they? Oh, little flex from Nick A30 and Max Carver. They're ready to play. They're getting exercise even. They're getting their body flowing, their blood flowing.
Excuse me, did you say little flex? Did you see Nick's arm?
He's got guns!
Yeah, you better have a permit or something. I don't know who let you loot before, but like, you have to get on the battle bus. Like, you're not allowed to walk around with 2 legendary ARs like that. And then Max Carver on the side, like you said, Desperate Housewives, Team Wolf, The Leftovers, and he actually has an identical twin brother who stars in many of the roles. But now on to the next pair because we're excited to get them out there. It's Graham Rogers and I Ferris. Graham is an actor known for his TV roles on Revolution, Ray Donovan, and Atypical. He's originally from Pennsylvania and moved to LA when he was 18 to pursue acting. Well, looks like it worked pretty well. And then I Ferris was born and raised in Saudi Arabia, came all the way to New York City to compete, has been around the Fortnite scene from the very beginning, and one of their major streamers and content creators.
We'll see if that T-pose from the both of them is going to be very, if it's going to hold up. Continue forward, another duo that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about. Not that we're not excited about everybody. It's Sean O'Malley and Courage JD.
Wow, listen to that roar, the other half of the Girthquake, and Courage just got knocked out. Sean did compete in that first Pro-Am as well. He's there, he's on the stage. These two towering, wait, what's going on right now? Excuse me, who? No.
Hey,
why do you
listen up. I know this is a very exciting time, but there's something very serious and near to my heart that I think we should take a listen to. Roll the tape. Hey everyone. As you know, streaming platforms like Twitch and YouTube have been around for ages. And very handsome, talented, good-looking gamers like myself need to take the necessary time to look after our old and brittle elders. One day, you get up out of your gaming chair and you're just not as quick. Or your jokes, well, they all turn to dad jokes. Hello, my name is Courage JD, and today I'm extremely excited to announce my brand new charity. It's a cause near and dear to my heart. It's for our good friend, Dr. Lupo, who gets older every single day. In the past 6 months, hand-eye coordination, eyesight, and his hearing has completely gone downhill. So please, join me in supporting the Geriatric Gamer Foundation so my friend, Dr. Lupo, can get the help he so desperately needs. Thank you.
Wow. Just, I mean, he doesn't look particularly happy about that, but he looks like he has something to say. He's going to type it on in there and, just going to fire it right back on Adam. Let's zoom on in, punch on that, and he says, what was that? Was able to, get Courage back a little bit, give the opportunity there. But you know what, Jack? I appreciate the foundation. If you are going to start it, Ben could use all the help he could get. Now we're going to go on to our next duo, and I'm going to need you guys to do something important up in the stands. Rather than clapping or yelling for them, I need you to put your hands up high in the air and wave them back and forth for Jordan Fisher and Ewok. Make sure you get a nice and loud, give him that applause. Jordan Fisher, the American singer, dancer, actor, quite literally does everything. I'm not even sure he's human. And then Ewok, the 13-year-old Twitch streamer, is completely deaf, uses ASL to communicate both with her partner and then uses the visual indicators. She's best known, well, for chasing down that man right next to her in the Pro-Am and making him pay.
Yeah, the most memorable moment from the Pro-Am at the summer block party when she chased down Jordan Fisher and Dr. Lupo, just unbelievable.
And we did see a bit beforehand. They might be the actual best Fortnite duo ever.com. You can check them out there as well and see them on the stage. They're going to be looked to pressing it, but we're on to the next pair because they're excited to be here. It's Jordan Jones and Alexia Ray. Alexia being the social media star who originally became popular on Vine, so Vine, there you go. She's now a member of the popular YouTube channel Glams and has her own popular YouTube channel as well. Jordan Jones, she finished 5th on the dance reality show Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition in 2012. Since then, she's grown her own YouTube follow by making vlogs and music videos.
Just an awesome pair together. We'll see what they can bring to us today on the Pro-Am. We continue forward, of course, introducing all. We're going to have we're actually going to listen into what Jordan Jones had to say ahead of the competition.
All right, Jordan, do you have any words for your opponents today?
Oh yeah, I got my game face on today, and me and Alexia, my partner, we got the girl power. All you boys, just watch out. We're going to be sniping. We're going to be getting that victory royale. So peace out, boys. Go to sleep.
Hey, get it!
Good level of confidence there coming out of Jordan, and Alexia will also be confident having been in this environment before, having been around major Fortnite competitions. She has no issue battling with the best of them. Now on to our next duo. It's RJ Mitty and Moyers 87. RJ, best known for his role as portraying Walter Jr. in Breaking Bad. He also has cerebral palsy, as his character does on the show. Had an opportunity to talk with him last night. Just a fantastic human being and really, really involved in gaming. Wants to be out there. Moyers 87 is a Spanish YouTuber who has brittle bone disease, but he says, hey, that doesn't stop me from competing with the best of the best on the top level. And this pair is here to show that they will not be held back. They will be taking names and going after everyone.
Yeah, and part of the reason I love this duo so much is RJ Mitty does such great things, but also Moyers, I love his reasoning that he likes gaming because it gives him a window into doing impossible things, which is just awesome. So we're going to continue forward. Of course, it's Oak King and Sinu, who traveled all the way out from South Korea. There they are, and they're known for this. Sinu, one of the players who played at the World Cup, or the Open, the Korea Open.
Are you watching that? That was the sickest intro I think I've ever seen. One, props to the cameraman too. Props to Sino as well. One of the players who came over and traveled out of the Asia region to compete in NA West and came so close to qualifying a number of times. People were looking like, wait, who are these? Why are they on the scoreboard? Who is this? And he was taking names, and now he's here to compete on the main stage. On to our next duo, we have Dead Drevel and Oscar Lod. Dead Drevel is the Mexican YouTuber who currently lives in Chicago. He creates content across 3 channels and is a gaming and entertainment streamer. His 3 daughters are watching him today from Houston. Shout out to you 3 daughters and everyone out there with family in the crowd. Oscar Lord is an Argentinian YouTuber who plays Fortnite and recently started getting into his own music, trying to sing, and has found a lot of success and help there. And on to our next duo, we have Wermuturo and Jelty. Wermuturo is a YouTube vlogger, gamer, and sketch comedian. He's been nominated for a number of awards for his channel. As this year, one of them was the top 10 Mexican YouTubers. And then Jelty, a Mexican competitive player that came so close to qualifying. That's also his little cheeky face reveal there. Got to talk to him last night. He was just like, hey, I'm happy to be on Zero Ping. Nobody is stopping me now.
Yeah, Jelty had an incredible rise throughout the World Cup qualifiers. You touched on it a little bit, but a strong performer all the way through. He plays Fortnite every day, he says, so who knows? Maybe he'll win a lot of money for his charity of choice.
I think he has the potential to do it. He's one of the most aggressive players there. And now on to our next duo. We have Greer Gamer and the Slayer 360. Greer